So today we are going to make a hanging planter. This is one of the easiest things to crochet and definitely one of my favorite things just because it's super functional and they're super cute. So to do this, I like to have the pot that you're going to be using on hand so you can kind of measure and see how big you'll need it. And then of course you will need some yarn and a crochet hook. I am using a regular acrylic yarn today. Typically I would do this with cotton yarn just because I think that is much nicer for hanging your plant, but we'll do cotton. And we're just going to start off here with a chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to join this to form a ring, and we'll slip stitch to form that ring. So now the next step will be to chain 1, we'll single crochet twice into this ring, we'll do a chain 3, and then we'll do 2 more single crochets, and we'll do a chain 3. So now we're going to repeat this 2 single crochets, chain 3, until we have a total of 6 of these chain 3 spaces. Okay, so we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we'll just we'll slip stitch to join that 6th one. So now for each subsequent row, we're basically going to be repeating the same process, just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We've done our slip stitch, our chain 1. Now in each one of these chain 3 spaces, we'll do 2 single crochets, chain 3, 2 single crochets. And you're not going to do anything in between, you'll just go straight to the next one for this first round. Okay, so we're almost halfway around. Just keep doing your 2 single crochets, your chain 3, and 2 more single crochets. Alright, once we've made our way around, you will do a slip stitch into your first single crochet from the last round. If you are a beginner or if you're using like a really hard to see yarn, I would recommend using a stitch marker there. We've joined our round, we've done our slip stitch. The next step, we'll do a chain, and then we're going to single crochet in the next stitch. So now each round we're basically going to be adding single crochets around our chain 3 spaces so that this can get bigger and bigger. So we did our first single crochet, now we'll do 2 single crochets in this ring, and we'll do our chain 3 and 2 more single crochets. Then at the bottom we will single crochet in that next space, we'll skip the next one and then single crochet in the next, just to kind of form our point. And then we'll do our 2 single crochets, our chain 3, and our 2 single crochets. So basically after each of your little star points, you're going to do a single crochet in the next single crochet stitch, and then for the other side you'll do a single crochet on the other side. And I'm kind of skipping this like bottom thing that forms like the inner point, so we'll go to the next part like that, and then we'll do our 2 single crochets, our chain 3, and our 2 single crochets. So now we're just going to continue this until we make it all the way around. Alright, after finishing our last point and our last single crochet, basically we will join it into our first one with a slip stitch. So we'll join into here with a slip stitch, and then that would be our next round. So now we're basically just going to continue this process until this is as big as the bottom of your pot will need. So we'll chain 1, and then the last round we did 1 single crochet before each chain 3 space, so this round we'll do 2, and we'll just keep adding to that for each subsequent row. So our 2 single crochets, and then we'll do our 2 single crochets in this ring, chain 3, and our 2 more single crochets. And then after this one, again, we're going to do our 2 single crochets. We'll skip that bottom part, and then we'll do 2 more single crochets before the next. So each subsequent row, you'll just keep adding on to that. So you'll do 2 before, then 3 before, and then 4 before, and then after it, it'll again be 2, 3, 4, however many single crochets you're doing on each side of the point. So we'll do our 2 single crochets, our chain 3, and our 2 single crochets. We're going to do 2 more after this, and then we'll do 2 to get to the next point. So we're just going to keep going with this. Okay, so basically you'll know you're done when your pot goes in the middle and this kind of comes up a good portion of it, so that it won't fall out. You don't want it to be like down here and then have the pot fall out. You want these to kind of come up ways on the top of it. So when you're done, you'll just fasten off, and then you have a few different options for the ties. Personally, all I did was I cut some yarn and I tied it onto each of those chain 3 spaces to kind of form the little ties like this. And I think this is perfect for me, and then I made a little loop on top just so it's nice and simple. You could also use chains here and attach those. I just kind of like the simplicity of these, and it makes it super easy to hang it. And this is plenty strong for any plants that I'll have in it. So that is all you have to do. You can really make these in any size that you need, and then you can hang these from the ceiling or from your wall or whatever that you would want to do.